Welcome to Echo Elders, where sleep, health, and joy in aging come together. Let me ask you something. Do you ever find yourself tossing and turning at 2 a.m., staring at the ceiling, wondering why your body just won't let you rest? You're not alone. In fact, after the age of 65, nearly 50% of older adults report regular sleep disturbances. And no, it's not just because you're getting older. That's a myth. Here's the truth. The secret to deep sleep, restful sleep, might actually be hiding in your evening cup. And it's not warm milk or chamomile tea. Every night, millions of seniors unknowingly sabotage their sleep with what they don't drink or what they do drink, but at the wrong time. And here's the wild part. One simple bedtime drink, backed by science, can help you fall asleep faster, stay asleep longer, and wake up feeling like you actually slept. If you've tried pills, teas, and all the usual advice, but still feel groggy, this video might be the missing piece you've been searching for. Let's break the cycle of sleepless nights, starting tonight. So what's this all about? In today's video, we're going to uncover the surprising truth behind what you drink before bed, and how one simple bedtime beverage could make all the difference in how you sleep after 65. We'll talk about what works, what doesn't, and why your body's changing sleep needs require a different approach now. Not just more routines, but smarter ones. This isn't about taking pills or forcing yourself to meditate. It's about one tiny change that fits easily into your evening. Just stay with me, and by the end of this video, you'll have a science-backed, senior-friendly bedtime habit you can actually look forward to. And here's the best part. It might taste better than you expect. If some of these ideas feel new or unfamiliar, that's okay. Change doesn't have to be big or scary. In fact, just noticing what's not working anymore, that's already a powerful step forward. Most people keep struggling with poor sleep because they never stop to ask, what if I've outgrown the way I used to sleep? But you're here, you're curious, and that means you're ahead of the game. Aging isn't about giving up, it's about growing wiser, adapting, and choosing what truly serves your body now. And sometimes, the smallest change, like the right drink before bed, can become the spark that turns your entire night around. Let's get into it. First is drinking only water before bed. Think again. Let me guess, you've been told for years, don't eat or drink anything before bed. Well, that's only half true. Yes, too much fluid right before bedtime can lead to bathroom trips at 2 a.m. and again at 4 a.m. But here's what no one talks about. Going to bed dehydrated is just as harmful. As we age, our bodies naturally lose moisture faster. Our kidneys don't conserve water like they used to, and our sense of thirst weakens. That means you could be slightly dehydrated and not even know it, which can trigger headaches, leg cramps, dry mouth, and yes, interrupted sleep. According to the National Sleep Foundation, mild dehydration before sleep is linked to lighter, more restless sleep and even higher cortisol levels. One study even found that people who drank a small glass of warm, low-acid herbal tea before bed reported falling asleep 30% faster and waking up fewer times. So what's the fix? Instead of plain water, try a calming, hydrating drink like chamomile tea, tart cherry juice, or a magnesium-infused nighttime blend. Just 4 to 6 ounces, not a big gulp. Sip it slowly, about 30 to 45 minutes before bed. It hydrates gently and signals your body it's time to wind down. What's your go-to nighttime drink right now? Let me know in the comments. But hydration is only one piece of the puzzle. Even if you've got your fluids just right, there's something else most people overlook, and it's hiding right inside your cells. I'm talking about a tiny nutrient that quietly powers your sleep, your muscles, and even your mood. And after 65, chances are you're not getting enough of it. Ready for part 2 of our sleep puzzle? That is, skipping this bedtime mineral? Your muscles and mind are paying the price. All right, let me ask you something. When was the last time you thought about magnesium? Most of us don't think about minerals once we're done with high school science class, but let me tell you, magnesium is the unsung hero of deep sleep. After 65, our bodies naturally absorb less magnesium from food. Add in common meds like diuretics, antacids, or even blood pressure pills, and boom, you're running low without realizing it. And what happens when we don't have enough magnesium? You might recognize it as tossing and turning, leg cramps that strike at 1 a.m., feeling tense even when you're exhausted. Sound familiar? Here's the kicker. Magnesium helps relax your muscles and calm your nervous system. It's like a natural off switch for your brain and body. Studies from the NIH show that magnesium supplements can improve sleep quality, especially in older adults. But you don't always need a pill. You can get a gentle dose from food, almonds, spinach, pumpkin seeds, a small square of dark chocolate, or, my favorite, a warm mug of magnesium-rich banana cinnamon tea. Yep, boil half a banana, peel on, with a pinch of cinnamon, strain it and sip. Tastes like dessert, calms like a lullaby. Simple, natural, effective. So, what do you think? Could your body be whispering, "More magnesium, please"? Drop a moon emoji in the comments if you've ever had a late-night leg cramp. Now, if magnesium is like a lullaby for your muscles, then this next mistake is like someone playing drums right outside your bedroom window. It's sneaky, it's silent, and nearly every senior I know does it, without realizing it's sabotaging their sleep. Drinking water right before bed? Here's why it wakes you up at 2 a.m. Okay, I know what you're thinking, but staying hydrated is good for me, right? Absolutely. Hydration is vital. But timing? Oh, timing makes all the difference. Here's the truth. Drinking a large glass of water, or any liquid, within 30 to 60 minutes before bed can interrupt your deepest sleep cycles. That full bladder has no mercy at 2:17 a.m. You wake up, shuffle to the bathroom in the dark, bump your knee on the dresser, ouch, then spend 45 minutes trying to fall back asleep, only to repeat the whole thing at 4 a.m. Sound familiar? The science backs this up. According to the National Sleep Foundation, nocturia, nighttime urination, affects up to 70% of older adults. And while it's not always avoidable, you can reduce the frequency. Here's how. Front-load your fluids earlier in the day. Stop drinking large amounts at least 90 minutes before bed. ... If you take pills with water at night, do it with just enough to swallow safely. And bonus tip, try sipping coconut water or chamomile around dinner time. They're gentle, calming, and way easier on your bladder. Look, waking up once in the night isn't the end of the world, but doing it every single night, that takes a toll. So tell me honestly, are you hydrating at the wrong time? Comment yes if this sounds like you, or tag someone who guzzles tea at 10 p.m. So, if water at the wrong time can keep you in a nightly loop of bathroom sprints and broken sleep, what about the things we carry in our minds? You see, sometimes the heaviest thing we bring to bed isn't our dinner or our water bottle, it's our thoughts. And no drink in the world can fix that. Let's talk about the one habit that's quietly keeping thousands of seniors awake night after night, without them even realizing it. Overthinking, the silent sleep thief. You turn off the light, tuck yourself in, the house is finally still. But your mind? Oh no, It's just getting started. Suddenly, you're replaying that awkward moment from 10 years ago. You're wondering if you left the stove on. You're thinking about your kids, your finances, your health. And wait, did you remember to send that birthday card? Sound familiar? This nighttime mind chatter has a name: overthinking. And for many people over 65, it's the #1 reason they can't fall asleep, even when their body is ready. Here's what's happening. As we age, our brains naturally produce less melatonin, the sleep hormone. That means we're already working at a slight disadvantage. Add a racing mind on top of that, boom, no sleep. In fact, the National Institute on Aging found that nearly 60% of older adults report nighttime rumination, meaning they can't shut their brain off when it's time to rest. And the tricky part? Most of us think this is normal. Let me tell you about Mr. George, age 76. Every night he'd lie awake, not because he wasn't tired, but because he couldn't stop thinking. His granddaughter, his blood pressure, the leaky sink, his old friend from high school. It wasn't until he started writing things down before bed, just 5 minutes of mental cleanup, that his sleep started improving. So here's your action step. Every evening, grab a notebook, set a timer for 5 minutes. Write down everything on your mind. No judgment, no grammar, just unload. When it's all out on paper, your brain can finally let go. Because rest isn't just about closing your eyes, it's about closing the loops in your mind. Now, what's one thought you'll write down tonight? If that last section hit close to home, you're not alone. The truth is, your brain is doing its best to protect you. It just doesn't know when to turn off. But once we quiet the mind, it's time to listen to the body. Your gut is talking. Are you listening? Have you ever gone to bed feeling a little off in your stomach? Maybe bloated, gassy, or just uncomfortable, and then tossed and turned all night? That's no coincidence. Science now confirms that your gut health directly affects your sleep. In fact, researchers have discovered something called the gut-brain axis, a powerful connection between your digestive system and your brain. And for seniors, this connection becomes even more sensitive with age. Here's how it works. When your gut is inflamed or imbalanced, say from processed foods, too much sugar, or even stress, it sends distress signals to your brain. That can lead to anxiety, disrupted melatonin levels, and yes, trouble sleeping. Dr. Felice Jacka, a researcher in nutritional psychiatry, found that gut bacteria actually help regulate serotonin, which is a key player in producing melatonin, the sleep hormone we mentioned earlier. So if your gut's unhappy, your sleep suffers. Let me tell you about Mrs. Dolores, age 82. She was struggling with sleep for years, blaming it on age. But after a simple switch, drinking a cup of warm kefir, a probiotic-rich fermented milk drink, 30 minutes before bed, she noticed fewer bathroom trips at night, less bloating, and deeper sleep. Why? Because she was replenishing her gut with healthy bacteria. Your action step? Try incorporating one sleep-friendly probiotic drink, like kefir, kombucha, or even unsweetened yogurt smoothies in the evening. Skip the sugary stuff. Your gut knows the difference. Remember, if you feed your gut well, it will repay you with peace, rest, and fewer midnight wake-ups. What's one gut-friendly habit you might try this week? Now that we've listened to the gut, let's not forget about what's happening above the neck. Because even when your body feels ready for bed, your thoughts might have other plans. In fact, what you do in the final hour before sleep could be making or breaking your rest without you even realizing it. Now that we've listened to the gut, let's not forget about what's happening above the neck. Let's be honest. We all love a little evening TV, scrolling through photos, or maybe catching up on the news. But here's the truth. Your brain doesn't have an off switch. It needs a slow, gentle dimmer. Too often, we expect to go from full-on thinking, worrying, or watching bright screens to suddenly falling asleep. That's like trying to park a speeding car without touching the brakes. The hour before bed should be a cool-down zone, not a highlight reel of stress. Studies from the Sleep Foundation show that seniors who follow a calming bedtime routine fall asleep 37% faster than those who don't. Why? Because routines send a signal to the brain. It's safe now. You can rest. Mr. Alvin, 77, told us something powerful. He used to fall asleep with the TV on, until his wife suggested lighting a candle, playing soft jazz, and writing one sentence about his day before bed. At first, he laughed it off, but now, he swears he hasn't slept this well in years. You don't need to overhaul your night. Just try these tiny rituals. Turn off screens 30 minutes before bed. Dim the lights to tell your brain it's evening. Do something gentle and quiet. A warm foot soak, soft music, or even petting your cat. And if your thoughts start racing, write them down. Not to fix them, just to free them. Sleep doesn't come from forcing stillness. It comes from inviting peace. What's one calming thing you could add to your night, starting tonight? Let's take a moment to breathe and remember what we've uncovered tonight. From the soothing power of banana tea to the magic of staying hydrated, but not too late, to gut-friendly drinks, warm, sleepy herbs, and the priceless value of a peaceful wind-down routine. Each of these habits may seem small on its own, like a single thread, but woven together, they create a blanket of rest, comfort, and calm. You don't need to change everything overnight. Just choose one of these simple sleep rituals. Try it for 7 nights. Let it become your own bedtime story. Because aging doesn't mean surrendering to restless nights. It means learning how to rest smarter, gentler, and with more wisdom than ever before. And remember this, the way you sleep is the way you live. So choose peace, choose warmth, choose rest. So now I want to hear from you. Which bedtime drink are you most excited to try this week? Drop your answer in the comments. I read every single one. And if you found even one tip helpful, do me a small favor. Click like, hit subscribe, and share this video with someone you love over 60. Let's build a community where better sleep and joyful aging go hand in hand. Want a video on the best bedtime habits for couples over 65? Type yes please in the comments, and I'll make it happen just for you. You're never too old to sleep like a baby. You just need the right bedtime story. And here at Echo Elders, we'll keep telling it, together. Good night, sweet dreams, and see you in the next video.